No one was familiar than Inca. It symbolized the hope and salvation in Christ. And the fish, the Greek word in ancient Greek is ichthys. You know that the Greek was very popular language, even if the local language is Latin, but the Greek was also very, very special. And the word is ichthys. When we form an acronym, 5 Greek letters, 5 initials, each of these letters stands for Jesus Christos, Jesus Christ, Theo or Satir, Son of God, Savior. And in conclusion about symbolism, you can see Chi and Rho, the first 2 Greek letters, Chi and Rho, for the name of Christ. Now the graves are open, empty, because they were vandalized. Yeah, the grave robbers came in, they looked for the antiques, they looked for the possessions, probably. They were always disappointed that the relics are removed. The relics of all nowadays were as church, basilica, available religious place, a place of devotion and not pilgrimage. Most of the bones actually transferred to the place where we don't do guided tours, where you can see many tunnels of electricity, illumination. So you could even still see the remains 45, 50 years ago. Now the remains in the areas where we don't do guided tours. If you're still wondering how they could find a way, they used oil lamps. The small mission system of oil lamps. And the catacombs audience that visited. Here are the Christians gathered to celebrate their funeral rites, the anniversaries of their beloved and the martyr. Saint Sebastian is one of them. And now I show you where it was originally the tomb of Saint Sebastian.
Fish symbol.
During the Oceanic reign, he was a Roman Praetorian, also the bodyguard. His military function was very significant, important, but in a way he was denounced. He was sentenced because he was a Christian. And when he had refused to give up his Christian faith, and he had refused to deny it, he was executed. Reading his history, it has it that Saint Sebastian was shot with arrows, wounded by arrows, and when the soldiers left him for dead, he was still alive. He was found and nursed by 2 ladies, Irene Regina and the priest Policano. Nursed, and after further recovery, Saint Sebastian decided to stay in Rome. He had even freely and deliberately presented himself before his congress by talking about justice, by finding conversation about religious freedom. Actually, soldiers changed opinion. They didn't want to persecute longer. After this relatively important risk, he made a decision to take a big risk to get back to New Cassiano. He talked to him as well, but he didn't want to accept any conversation in any way. Saint Sebastian was in the prison for a while, and then the second execution took place near the Colosseum. It was public on a hill. He was tied to the column of the pillar and beaten to death. Saint Sebastian's guilt was marked 11, 12 years before religious freedom. Christianity was legalized when the persecution is over. To celebrate Memorial Day, the house religious serves, as you can see, built a scripta. So where was the original tomb of Saint Sebastian? Here was built a scripta. You cannot see the original tomb of Saint Sebastian because of the scripta here. The relics in those days, in the 4th century, they were transferred into small sarcophagus. It was Saint Sebastian's 7 plates for the bones. Now the relics of Saint Sebastian are in the church. You can see it at the end of the Saint Sebastian was the patron saint of the soldiers, athletes, involved in the plague, epidemic, diseases.
lakh bodies are buried. 1 lakh.